Well, we left and we met with the others at what's called the Council of Jerusalem. That's where all of the Judaizers, all the leaders of the Church of Jesus in Jerusalem, they were all there in this room. Does anyone know where this room was? It was in the same place that Jesus had his Last Supper. It was in the very same room where Jesus was there for his Last Supper. And I remember when I walked into the room, all of the room was filled with these Judaizers, these leaders of the church. And they're all talking, and they're all saying these bad, nasty things about me. They're talking like this, and I don't even hear one of them. I don't even hear one of them. They're talking loudly and saying bad things. All I do is look at the table. I looked at this table, and in my mind's eye, I see Jesus behind this table, and all of his friends are there around him. And I see in my mind's eye, I see as Jesus raises up the bread, and he blessed the bread, he broke the bread, and he gave it to his friends. And then I saw as Jesus took the wine, and he raised up the wine, and he blessed the wine, and he handed that to his friends. And I said at that moment that in every church that I start in the name of Jesus, I was going to tell them, when you come together in the name of Jesus, you bless and break the bread, and you share it, and you bless the wine, and you share it. From that very moment, I decided this. But as soon as that vision in my mind ended, I started to hear these people talk. And they were mean. And they were saying, who do you think you are? They're saying this to me. Who do you think you are, telling these people they're not subject to the law? Even Abraham, they said, was told to be circumcised. He was made to be circumcised at his age. Who do you think you are? And they said, even Jesus never said you do not need to follow the laws. You are wrong. Well, there was a second miracle this day. Again, it was James. Let me tell you, in your prayers you remember James, yes? And James said, stop. He said, I already told him that they would not be subject to that law. Praise be to God. I started to argue with him, and James stopped me. He said, there is no reason. And you know, they all agreed. This wonderful, wonderful miracle of God. Did you know that that very day they asked me to be an apostle to the Gentiles? Wasn't that nice? Yeah, I already was. I did not need. No, I was. I believe you're an apostle if you've seen the risen Christ, and I did on the road to Damascus, yes? He came to me. There was no doubt. But again, it was nice to hear them say this.